What's going on, guys? Today we're doing some more testing. I was actually playing around with this Lord & Field striker and ferro rod for a little while, which works very well. But I want to try playing around with this Pyroputty. Alright, it seemed really interesting. By the way, people mentioned on this box how this is cut out like this. You can use this, you know, to stabilize for a bow drill fire, which you could totally do. I'm not sure if that was purposely made like that or not, but it definitely would function. So anyway, onto this putty here. Let's take some of this out. Alright. Take a little chunk of this. Actually, let's take the whole thing out. Rip some off the side. It's probably too much. Alright, it's kind of, I wouldn't say sticky, just kind of feels waxy. Alright, there's a lot of fibers in there. I wasn't kind of expecting that. But we're going to roll this into a little ball, kind of like they pictured. Alright, so I've been kind of working this with my fingers a little bit, kind of spreading it apart to expose some of those fibers. Something I noticed kind of playing around with it is that it is coating my fingertips. Alright, it's a greasy feeling, so obviously you gotta clean your fingers off when you're done. But anyway, I got the phone ready here as well. Alright, so we can see how long this is gonna last for this little chunk. So here we go. Alright. I thought, we're lit. Right in the corner, just a little bit. There we go. So it is sticky, quite sticky. And get that timer going. And I'll get back to you. Just kind of keep an eye on it. So you can see it's burning strong. We're just past the minute here. All right, it is putting off a kind of a thick black smoke. So I would definitely not recommend breathing that in if you can help it. But clearly it's definitely, you know, functional. It is creating a really, really nice hot big flame. You could certainly get a fire started with that. So you're going to go ahead and move this stuff, as well as this. And why not? Let's move this too. Well, we're past the 3-minute mark and it's still going really strong. So that's looking really good. Alright, past the 4-minute mark. Alright, so we hit 5 minutes. Obviously it's dying down quite a bit. There's still a flame. It's kind of, but it looks like it's going to go out very soon. Alright, let's check on it. And that's it. It's pretty much out. So yeah, I want to say a solid 5 minutes on this. So this stuff really does work well. It's just a huge downside I really don't like about it at all is this horrible greasy feeling. It's all over my fingertips. I don't want to touch other gear. I don't want to touch the camera right now. So I'd really recommend if you're doing this out and about somewhere, if you do pack this in your bag or you go camping or hiking, who knows what, I would really recommend maybe a pair of rubber gloves or something. So when you're handling it, you don't have to get it on your fingers because who knows if this is toxic. You wouldn't want any kind of food prep or you don't want to itch your face or mouth or anything like that. I mean, my fingertips are orange. I don't know if you guys can tell. It's almost like I ate a bunch of Cheetos or something. So at this point, I really want to wash my hands before I start touching some stuff. So that is a downside. However, it really does work well. It supplies a very large hot flame for, I mean, a good 5 minutes for the chunk that I ripped off. I think that's definitely enough to get a fire going. All right, so it does work. It's just its downside is, I don't know, maybe the texture of it. Whereas dealing with even something like petroleum jelly, you know, cotton balls, it's not nearly as greasy as this, okay? Or, you know, chock full of chemicals. You can get petroleum jelly all over you. I don't know exactly what's in this, but I definitely know I don't want it, you know, in my mouth or on my gear. So yeah, that's pretty much it for now. As far as the Lord & Field striker and ferro rod, obviously they work just like all the strikers. As I mentioned before, you just get a really cool handle set with it. That's pretty much it, but it does work. Something else that's worth mentioning is this is kind of angled here, so you assume that you pretty much have to use this side to strike it, but the entire back side works just as well, so you don't have to use this smaller little portion here, all right? You just use the back. Works just the same, and it's a lot easier than having to line up just the shorter edge. So anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.